What's up, history lovers? Meet Napoleon Bonaparte, the man who conquered most of Europe, revolutionized warfare, and became one of history's greatest military strategists. But here's the plot twist that would make any Netflix series jealous. This legendary emperor was once defeated by an army of fluffy rabbits. That's right. The same guy who outsmarted the greatest military minds of his era got completely overwhelmed by creatures that most people keep as pets. It's like discovering that Alexander the Great was afraid of hamsters, or that Julius Caesar once retreated from a particularly aggressive duck. So buckle up for the most ridiculous military defeat in history. One that proves even the mightiest emperors can't escape the chaos of adorable woodland creatures. Before we get to the rabbit incident, let's talk about how Napoleon became Europe's most successful overachiever. This guy was basically the ultimate LinkedIn influencer, except instead of posting motivational quotes, he was conquering entire countries. Napoleon's military academy versus modern business school. Born in Corsica, Napoleon was that kid in military school who actually read the assigned readings, all of them. While his classmates were probably sneaking out to parties, Napoleon was studying every military strategy book he could find. He was like that one student who ruins the curve for everyone else, except the curve was European politics. By age 24, he was already a general. By 30, he was emperor. By 35, he controlled most of Europe. This progression makes modern startup founders look like they're moving in slow motion. The man speedran his way to world domination faster than most people figure out their career path. What made Napoleon special wasn't just his military genius. It was his understanding of logistics, propaganda, and what we'd now call personal branding. The man literally crowned himself emperor, which is peak main character energy. Now let's talk about the Napoleonic Wars, which were basically Europe's longest, most expensive group project that nobody wanted to participate in. From 1803 to 1815, Napoleon was out here collecting countries like they were Pokemon cards. The man had a win rate that would make professional gamers weep with envy. Austerlitz, Jena Auerstedt, Wagram. These weren't just battles, they were masterclasses in military strategy. Napoleon would show up to fights outnumbered and somehow leave with more territory than he started with. Napoleon's battle formations versus modern military strategists. His secret weapon? Innovation. While other armies were still fighting like it was 1700, Napoleon was using combined arms tactics, rapid deployment, and psychological warfare. He basically updated European military strategy from Windows 95 to Windows 10, while everyone else was still figuring out how to use a mouse. The other European powers were so terrified of Napoleon that they kept forming coalitions against him. 7 coalitions. It was like the entire continent kept getting together for group chats titled, "How do we stop this guy?" Spoiler alert, it took them a while to figure it out. Napoleon's personality and quirks. Here's what made Napoleon truly legendary. He wasn't just a military genius, he was also absolutely bizarre in the most entertaining ways. This man had the confidence of a TikTok influencer and the work ethic of a caffeinated graduate student during finals week. Napoleon slept only 3-4 hours a night and expected everyone around him to match his energy. He'd dictate multiple letters simultaneously to different secretaries while reviewing battle plans and eating dinner. The man was basically a human multitasking app before smartphones existed. He was also incredibly superstitious for someone who conquered Europe through pure logic. Napoleon carried a lucky coin, consulted fortune tellers, and believed Friday the 13th was his lucky day. He was simultaneously the most rational military strategist and the most superstitious emperor in history. And the ego. Napoleon once said, "I am destiny." Not "I control my destiny" or "I believe in destiny." He literally thought he was destiny. That's a level of self-confidence that would make modern influencers take notes. The man also had zero patience for inefficiency. He'd fire ministers for being late to meetings, redesign entire government systems over lunch, and once reviewed 60,000 legal cases in a single year. He was basically running Europe, like it was a startup that needed to show results to investors. Now for the main event, the day Europe's greatest military mind was defeated by fuzzy woodland creatures. After signing the Treaty of Tilsit in 1807, Napoleon decided to celebrate with a rabbit hunt. Because apparently after conquering most of Europe, you need to assert dominance over small mammals too. His chief of staff, Alexandre Berthier, was tasked with organizing this hunt. Berthier was basically Napoleon's personal assistant, secretary, and event planner all rolled into one. The man could coordinate the movement of 200,000 troops across Europe, so organizing a rabbit hunt should have been easy, right? When the cages were opened, instead of scattering in terror like wild rabbits would, these domesticated bunnies did what they'd been trained to do their entire lives. They swarmed toward the humans looking for food. Hundreds of rabbits charged directly at Napoleon and his hunting party. When the cages were opened, instead of scattering in terror like wild rabbits would, these domesticated bunnies did what they'd been trained to do their entire lives. They swarmed toward the humans looking for food. Hundreds of rabbits charged directly at Napoleon and his hunting party. Picture this: the man who struck fear into the hearts of European monarchs, running away from an army of fluffy rabbits climbing up his legs, jumping into his coat, and generally treating him like a mobile buffet. His guards couldn't shoot the rabbits because they were too close to Napoleon, and you can't exactly use military tactics against creatures whose primary attack is aggressive cuddling. Napoleon's eventual exile to St. Helena contrasted with the rabbit incident. The irony of Napoleon's rabbit defeat becomes even funnier when you consider how his career ended. This man who survived countless assassination attempts, military campaigns, and political coups was ultimately undone by a series of small, seemingly harmless opponents. First it was rabbits, then it was the British Navy, the Russian winter, and finally the Duke of Wellington at Waterloo. It's like the universe was saying, "You think you're invincible? Let's start with some bunnies and work our way up to actual armies." The rabbit incident perfectly captures everything absurd about Napoleon's personality. Here was a man so confident in his abilities that he thought he could relax with a simple rabbit hunt after literally redrawing the map of Europe. It never occurred to him that even this might go wrong. Today, Napoleon is remembered as one of history's greatest military minds, a legal reformer who gave us the Napoleonic Code, and the man who modernized European education and infrastructure. But thanks to one poorly planned hunting trip, he's also the guy who got defeated by an army of adorable fluffballs. So there you have it. The man who conquered Europe, revolutionized warfare and became a legend, was once tactically outmaneuvered by domesticated rabbits with poor impulse control. It's proof that no matter how powerful you become, the universe will always find a way to humble you. So there you have it. The man who conquered Europe, revolutionized warfare and became a legend, was once tactically outmaneuvered by domesticated rabbits with poor impulse control. It's proof that no matter how powerful you become, the universe will always find a way to humble you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos we upload once a week.